we're in the box. What are we going to do here?
This is what we call our box drill. It's basically about 12 by 12 box. We're going to bring our officers in. This is part of our advanced officer training. We bring our officers in here. They're outfitted with what we call a Simunition Blank Gun, which is these are Simunition rounds, but they're a blank round in their handgun, a Simunition gun, which is blue in color, so we know it's a safe gun. We also issue them a Taser with what's called a Simunition Taser cartridge. And they're brought into this room in here. They're given instructions by one of our defensive tactics instructors. They actually are facing away from whatever the scenario is going to be behind them. And at the point of action, the officer turns around and reacts to whatever's happening. The ideal of the box drill is not for them to come to an understanding of what's going on. It's for reaction. Otherwise, we want them to understand what they've already learned and react to what they need to do. We don't want them to have time to think about it. It should be a split-second reaction and go to work.
So this is going to be like the indoor shooting range. It's going to happen quickly.
It's going to happen extremely quickly. Most of what happens in law enforcement happens quickly because you have to remember that we're reactionary to whatever's in front of us. So with reaction is you're behind the curve already. You're 3/4 of a second behind the curve. So what we're trying to do is build some tactics in their mind that they can react quickly and get the advantage.
Great, because you're talking being 3/4 of a second behind. Let's get some volunteers and see what we can do.
Absolutely, we can do that.
Actors ready? Action.
No, please, break it up. Break it up. Get down the ground. Get down the ground. Get down. Get down. On your stomach.
Stop, you're
Down.
killing
Get
her.
down.
Stop
On the ground.
her.
Get on your stomach. Get down. On your stomach. Arms out your side. Palms up. Stay on the ground. Stay down. Stay down. Stay down.
Stop it.
Stay
Stop
down.
action. Go ahead and turn the taser off. Go and drop those 2 cartridges. All right, go ahead and turn around and face me. They'll get rid of the cartridges. Okay, so situation, you had verbal noncompliance with the 2 suspects. You had them confrontational towards you, active aggression. They started approaching you.
Yes.
Fists up, psychological intimidation. That is our policy. We can go ahead and tase them at that point. You deployed the probes on the first subject. They went down. The second subject came in. Again, same thing, psychological intimidation, active aggression coming after you, wanting a fight. Deployed the taser on him. They fell down. You recognized as they started coming back up. You re-energized the taser, which activated both cartridges on the probes, and then both subjects went down again. So it's exactly what we want to see.
Okay.
Good. Cool. Good job.
Thanks.
That's it.
We're out on the shooting range. Sergeant, you want to tell us what we're going to do?
This is another one of our advanced officer training on the range. What this drill is designed to do is, first of all, we have 2 stations. Station number 1 is to get them to come out of the holster as fast as they can. They're going to have 1 second, 1.5 seconds, and 2 seconds to get out of the holster and try to apply a shot. If you remember earlier, we talked about how reaction time, we're 3/4 of a second behind what a suspect's reaction time is, so we're reacting behind the curve. So we're trying to get our officers to come out of the holster as fast as they can with a proper draw, proper recognition of the target in front of them, proper application of the trigger and the weapon system. Okay? They'll then move over to station number 2, which is right here, and then we have an additional 8 targets that are going to turn. And this is going to be, basically it's going to be a judgment, live fire judgment. The officer is going to have to identify whether it's a threat target, take appropriate actions that need to be taken, or with non-threat targets, and to also take appropriate action to a non-threat target. And in between, they have to do magazine exchanges. These are things that we just look for to make sure that the officer is functioning his weapon and has good manipulation drills with his weapon system.
And we're going to be shooting live ammunition.
Live ammunition, 45 caliber.
And we have a volunteer.
We do.
Oh, let's do it.
All right. Okay, Jason, on this stage here, what's going to happen is the target's going to turn very quickly. The ideal of this is to get out of the holster as fast as you can. If the target's facing you and if it's a threat target, take the shots, as many shots as you can on the target, okay? If the target turns away, remember it's no longer a threat, let the target go. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, watch the target.
Please don't move.
Good quick draw, very fast. Watch the target.
Please don't move.
Another real smooth on the target. Make sure that we're not looking down at our holster when we're reholstering. Watch the target.
Please don't move.
Excellent. You're going to see a series of these 8 targets, okay? Not the last target that you shot, but the other 8 targets are going to turn. Make sure that you're looking for threats, lethal threats. If you don't have a lethal threat, just make the verbal commands that you need to make, okay? Once you draw out of the holster, continue to stay out of the holster the entire time until I tell you that the scenario is over. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, here we go. Watch your targets.
Please drop the gun! Please drop the gun! Please drop the gun! Drop the gun! Cover!
Covering.
Drop the gun! Release your hands! Drop the gun! Drop the gun!
And scenario's over. Good reactions. Shot at non-lethal targets. Everything you shot at was a lethal target. Good results, okay?
Thanks, sir.
That's it.